flay you alive. One more word and you won't survive.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Moho, back with a video for you guys. This is a commentary versus XPL. Not too bad of a team. Your boy ended up doing work. This is also pre-patch. I had a lot of videos lined up for you guys, but I never really got a chance to do it. I mean, I even had a video of the Peacekeeper. I wanted to talk to you guys about the Peacekeeper as well. I'll probably still end up doing that just because it's content, and I know you guys are waiting for that content, fiending for it. But anyway, let's talk about Dallas. Let's talk about Dallas and COD championships. I know a lot of you guys are concerned and wanted to know what was going on, and you know, I apologize for placing 9th. It wasn't our best event. You know, it's an all right placing. I'm not really happy with it at all. But like I said, we ended up qualifying for COD championships, and at the end of the day, that's all we really wanted out of that event. So before I go into MLG Dallas and talk to you a little bit about it, I want to say that the patch kind of ruined everything for us. The patch came out, and myself, John, and Sharp were mainly SMG players. Sharp actually switches on and off, but he mostly uses SMGs. And I apologize if I sound a little sick. I'm not sick yet. It's probably like that after event sickness that you get, but my nose is clogged. I got like tissues and stuff stuffed in my nose. That's pretty much the only thing that helps when you have a runny nose. But anyway, we ended up placing 9th, and the patch came out. And I honestly think, I don't want to make excuses or anything, but a lot of people like Scumpy and the rest of Optic were also saying the same thing. Anybody who basically used an SMG was kind of screwed over this event, because you're so accustomed to using the MSMC, you know, or just whatever SMG that you're used to using. You're so accustomed to using it, and you know, for 2 months on straight up until this event, and then a day before the event, they just give a patch or they nerf the SMGs, and it just really, it didn't feel the same at all. Now, like I said, I'm not making any excuses. We placed 9th. We need to practice. We need to play a little bit better than what we did, but that did have a little bit of an effect to it. We weren't really ready for that. And not to mention, we had a pretty tough bracket as well. We had to play Unite. No, we had to play HexP, which is a very good hardpoint team. We ended up beating them, and then we had to go against Unite, which actually placed 2nd at the event. Really expected that out of them. You know, they performed really good. Clayster just out of his mind. You know, he just did whatever he possibly could to you know, he just played. There wasn't a bad game I saw that guy, you know, playing, and you know, just shout out to them, big props. But we ended up losing to them, and we went into losers bracket. Now here's the thing that I didn't really care for at this event: the practice times, the schedules. We were in championship bracket, which means we don't play till Saturday, late Saturday. We played at 7 o'clock on Saturday. Actually, no, I apologize. We played later. We played around 9:45 to 10 o'clock Saturday. And that's because the stream was being pushed back a little bit. Now, keep in mind, you may say that's good because you could practice. Well, at the event, usually they have practice stations. Plural. There's an S at the end of that. Usually, they have practice stations. Well, this event, they really only had one station, and it was for the winners. It was for the championship bracket teams only that were going to be participating on main stage. Now, for the first 2 games, that was us. We participated on main stage twice in a row. So you would think we would get practice in. Wrong. These MLG staff, or whoever they were, security, they were just on their toes the whole entire time, and they just wouldn't let you practice. They told you no, 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 and when you wanted to get another team in, and when they actually let you sit down to practice, and you wanted to get another team in, they wouldn't let that team get in unless it was on a main stage team, a team that was in the champ bracket. So what that means is, the practice times, the warm-up times were actually a little bit, it was terrible. We couldn't warm up. We couldn't get pre-scrims in on LAN to actually get a feel for how the game is going to be played, because usually it would be the team that you were actually going to face up against on main stage next. So you're obviously not going to scrim the team you're about to play on main stage. So we had, Unite was actually sitting down, and they were practicing. They were practicing on there, and they were about to scrim Pac-Man's team, which is Vintage, and we saw that, and we kind of were assholes. We told them no, because we didn't think it was fair that they were actually going to get down and sit and practice, and we wouldn't, especially when we were going to play them next. It's not fair that they could just scrim a different team, and you know, we don't even get a chance to sit down and warm up. Now keep in mind, this is the first time that we've played Black Ops 2 at an MLG event after the patch, and you know, we just told them straight up that, you know, we reserve this spot to play. And you know, so what we did, instead of scrimming Unite, we made Vintage get up out of our chairs, and we ended up just practicing free-for-all. We just ran free-for-all the whole time. Now keep in mind, this is after the patch. The patch came out, and we didn't, you know, we're accustomed to the SMGs that we like to use, and we're using them, and we're noticing that they're not performing the way that they usually should perform. And we didn't really know this because, like I said, it was a day before the event. So we ended up sitting down, playing with our SMGs. The MSMC is awful on land, guys. It's pretty terrible. You cannot hip fire whatsoever, because if you hip fire, the spread is just so far, and the bullet detection is just terrible. So I ended up not even using the MSMC the whole entire event. No, actually, not the whole entire event. After we lost to Unite, I just said to myself and John, you know, I'm not going to be able to use this MSMC. So John told me to put on the MP7, and he told me to use the Scorpion. I was hard-headed. I didn't want to like do that, so I still remained to use the MSMC like a couple of times in the beginning of the games, but I ended up switching to the PDW. The PDW is a little bit worse as well, but it was actually playable. You could actually win your gunfights on land with the PDW, and that's what I basically used most of the time. But other than that, when I got home, I was watching the rebroadcast, and I saw that Rambo was actually using the MP7, and John was using the MP7, and he told me to use it at the event, and I remembered, but I never did. So I tried it online, and I actually like it. I like the MP7. That is now my main choice for an SMG. I rock MP7 with long barrel, and I believe, what do you call it? Quick draw. That's what I do. Long barrel and quick draw. I don't use 3 attachments anymore, because in order for us to win hardpoint now, I have to be rocking smoke grenades, EMPs, and trophies. So I have 3 classes dedicated for that. And yeah, you know, but if you're the type of guy that wants to use 3 attachments, I would definitely recommend for your MP7 quick draw, long barrel, and laser sight. The hip fire is really good on the MP7 as well, especially on land. Now, me and John actually sat down and saw 2 people sitting at the practice station just playing by themselves, so we actually challenged them to a 2v2. Random guys. We actually got to meet them. They were pretty cool. And you know, I actually tried the Scorpion, the Vector, and everything else, and you know, the Scorpion was really good. And you know, to make a long story short, after the patch, my main guns are going to be the MP7 and the Scorpion from now on, till MLG Anaheim, until championships. But anyway, I want to say thank you guys for sticking with me and making sure, you know, that you're still here to support me. It is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like, favorite, and subscribe. We'll catch y'all later. Peace. What's up, guys? Thanks for watching the video. As always, you know what to do. On the top left is the previous video, and on the top right, check out my insane ace versus Farico in the MLG qualifiers. We'll catch y'all later. Peace.